meetings at the 1307 address.
So it's high on my priority list,
Thank you
and
so
just
much.
so that everybody knows, when we start, we're not gonna back off. We may upset a lot of people and step on a lot of toes, but when we get started, it's fair game, just to let y'all know that I'm
Thank you
not
very much.
stopping.
I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Okay, Johnny Johnson, are you wanting to just talk for 3 minutes now, or do you want to talk while that comes up?
During the agenda items, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Kerry Walden, same thing.
Yes, sir, same thing.
Is that Mr. Fletcher? That's it. There was a
Lynn, did you sign up to speak? Oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was just a lie.
No. Okay.
If you can speak,
You got 3 minutes?
you got 3 minutes? We got enough problems.
Okay. Okay, this Bass, for grants, do we want to do that?
We can do it now, Ms. Bass can
Because
get
that's
up.
on the agenda, right?
Right. If you feel like you want to do it now, we'll just go do an overview on the grants.
So I'm Kat Meeks Bass, and I live at 817 Blackburn Avenue, Southwest. And I am the grant writer for the City of Live Oak. So we have submitted, I've been tracking several grants that are due, several that we will respond to that are due early in the year. But we have responded to 2 grants. The first one being with the Florida Department of Environmental Protection for drinking water, specifically regarding lead service lines. We submitted that in June 30th. Unfortunately, that was not awarded, but I did learn what we need to do to get awarded. So, and that is a formal survey and study prior to the next submittal date. So we will resubmit next year when that reopens. We just submitted last week for to the US EPA for a drinking water infrastructure resilience and sustainability program. I will give that about a month before I follow up regarding the decision for that. If awarded, it would cover, there are 2 projects that I included as part of that grant. And that the first project is for a 12-inch water main, a new construction for 12-inch water main, as well as replacement of water well 11, which has been non-functioning for many years. So, and it's a great need. Both of those projects are significant need, which was expressed in the grant application. If awarded, that will provide us with, I think it's a total of $3 million, just shy of $4 million for both of those projects. I feel strongly that that will be awarded. I'm very hopeful for that. So, and as soon as we get the results of that, I will certainly pass that information on. If anyone's interested in the EPA drinking water infrastructure and resilience program grant that I just submitted on, I'm happy to share that information with anyone. Just follow up with me. I'm going to give you this, which has my email address.
Where are you coming forward? What are your hours? And where's your, do you have an office location or where you?
I work from my home.
Okay, your hours are?
Whenever. My business is Night Owl Proposal Development because I'm a night owl. So, yes.
You have to make
Copy of the information.
You have to make copies.
I got some more copies right here.
Okay.
Okay, my concern is that, in order, if we need to, okay, there are numerous grants that's available, offer lots of different things. And there is a website for grants for the city. And I don't know if they've given you access to all these grants that's,
I get notifications from eCivics, which John Gill helped me connect with. So I get notifications on a weekly basis for grants, pages and pages of grants.
Okay.
But if you find one that in particular that you want to pursue, email it to me.
Okay. Because there are several grants that are available, and I've been told in the last meeting that they're almost begging the cities,
Right.
especially small cities, to apply for them.
Right.
It could be little things, whatever. And they're simple grants, and they're basically saying that we have never actually applied for and submitted for these grants. But I will contact personally some of the people who were inquiring with me about why haven't we applied for these grants, and maybe forward them to you. That was my reason why to ask you your office and your hours. I'm 2 at night hours, and I hate to.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Email me anytime. That's the best way to reach me, and truly anytime. So.
Okay, so we don't have particular hours that we have, you know.
Yeah.
I know some of us, whatever, and there's no office. So you don't come into to our office, to the city?
She can come in and use my office if you don't want to have a meeting.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a problem at all.
Okay, thank you.
We'll come.
Right, okay. All right, you talk about your house. I got your address.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kent.
I'll wait for my discussion. I'm calling back.
Okay. Is that covering your discussion, or is there more to it?
No, I got some other questions.
Okay.
Especially what
All
you
right.
just talked
Okay. Item 4, Mayor Frank Davis.
The only thing I have, Mr. President, is wanted to remind everyone Christmas on the Square will begin November 30th. It's Thursday, 5 o'clock. I think it is. Is that correct, Danielle?
Yes.
Danielle is here from the Chambers. Good to see you. And we will light the Christmas tree at about 5 o'clock on November the 30th. So got a great weekend planned. I know the Chamber always does a great job, and Danielle is doing a good job over there, so thank you so much. I hope everybody can come out for that. That's all.
Okay. We're to 5A. This is discussion of the grant.
You want me to come back up?
I don't know.
Yes, I got a question or two, and briefly, because some of this you went over.
Sorry about that. Not too fast.
That's all right.
We're just trying to follow the agenda
Jump
here.
fast anyway, so. But anyway, these, the grants that got denied and all of that, turned down, I think, a $4 million infrastructure grant that might be on the way. Will that, you wouldn't know if that $4 million cover whatever, I might be talking to Mr. Larry on this here, for as the infrastructure and water lines and all that, the problem that we have, will that be enough grant money, or just do a matching grant, or anything that's going to cover this problem that we have in this city, water lines and all that? I don't know if you or Mr. Larry can answer.
I'll speak to that first. There was
Okay.
2 parts to her grant.
Mhm.
One was a 12-inch main, which would extend what we got, what we have going on. But the most important one is the well. We have 3 wells, but 2 of them are functioning. One of them's been down for over 5 years.
Mhm.
If we lose a well, we lose a lot of safety, public safety, public quality of life. I mean, you could have a fire and not have enough pressure to put fires out. So we really need a well bad. So we're pushing for that up front. And once we get it, the infrastructure side of everything, like I said early on when I was asked to come here, was I want to work on infrastructure because of the sewage pipes and the water pipes that underneath the roads that are leaking and having problems. We want to fix what's under the roads first before we fix the roads. Because
Correct.
you go all over Live Oak and you can see where we've cut the roads up and repatched them
Right.
and fixed them. Well, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to fix all the pipes underneath the roads and then pave them, and then hopefully for 30 or 40 years we'll be in good shape with the infrastructure underneath the ground. So that's, the $4 million was for just 2 main things. But we also have plans to do what I call looping the system, looping the water system,
Mhm.
and this 12-inch main will help, because we do have dead-end locations in the system where you've always heard about the brown water. Well, the dead ends are where they happen, and when people go to, from the fire department, when they go check the hydrants, they stir this iron, it's got iron in the water, so they stir it up, and the people nearby are the ones that are the victims of the brown water. So if we have a loop system, everything stays the same pressure. So therefore, the fire department can do a lot better job and not have to worry about hooking to the wrong hydrant with not enough pressure to get the job done. The pressure within the system will keep everything pressurized, and then also the water will be in good shape and not be stagnant in one corner by one particular hydrant. You will do away with the brown water issue also.
Just to further clarify too, with this specific grant we just submitted last week, it's 2 projects.
Right.
We can't take the shotgun approach
Right.
and just ask for funding. They're not going to give you funding unless you have a specific project to cover. So this is 2 projects, the new construction of, I think it's 8,400 linear feet of 12-inch force main, water main.
Okay.
And the well, the new construction of a well to replace well number 11. That would fully cover those 2 projects. It's not extra funding on top of those, but we've got to start somewhere. And we have to, when we're applying for grants, we have to cover specific projects. And that was part of the problem why the FDEP grant that I submitted back in June, why it wasn't awarded, because it wasn't fully answered.
Right.
We have to respond to all of the criteria, of which we've done in this one that we just submitted last week. I feel really confident that we'll get the almost $4 million to cover the 2 projects. I'm very hopeful for that.
So we see that's about the first part of the year or so?
Hopefully
Getting this
before,
funded
but,
or-
hopefully before, but I would certainly think that we would get an answer by the first quarter of 2024 for this particular one. And I get notifications weekly through ECIS and I research and go through each of those, because if we don't qualify, I'm wasting my time and yours. So I review them. Are we qualified to even submit? So all of that's evaluated, because I don't want to waste anybody's time, including mine. So, any other questions about what we have? And honestly, feel free to email me anytime about any
Yes,
grants.
I will. I will. Absolutely. So, City Manager, on what we're talking about, and I guess public, you understand, as road paving and all of that, we really need to get to the root, which is the infrastructure underground. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
That's what you're saying? Okay, because I meet several folks and trying to explain to them, before we can get on top, we have to do this on bottom.
There's 31 places on Duval Street that need work from the county to 129.
Mhm.
That's just one street.
One
So,
street, okay.
My focus is definitely, because of Mr. Sessions,
Right.
my focus has been underground first. Water, wastewater, stormwater, before, and I've written more for FDOT than any other agency over my career. So I'm looking forward to getting there. And that is definitely a goal for next year.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I'm good. All right, I'm good.
Thank you. Okay, item 5B, Mr. Jefferson.
Pretty much, I guess I'll let Mr. Session handle this here. But far as department heads, reports from department heads, and them reporting that we as council can be brought to speed about some things, about what's going on in each department, what projects or some things that they're doing, because we are greeted, I don't know about y'all, I'm greeted by constituents about certain things that's going on, certain projects, what this is doing and that is doing. but to have a fair knowledge, most of the time when you meet these constituents, they have more knowledge about whatever's going on in the city than we as city council does. And so, but my thing is that we would either create where we would department heads, and we meet the department heads, or the department head will come here and make a presentation. You know, it could be a long drawn out thing, but something, a few minutes about what's going on, what plans they got, some things they're dealing with. That's a discussion I want to have and see, can we move forward to having that done, or does that overstep the succession your
Well,
position?
to answer that, I've probably been remiss on moving information to y'all. I get reports from both the chiefs monthly. I get reports from George weekly on different things, and I haven't been forwarding them into your box for y'all to have them, okay? So I've just, and the rest of the department heads really don't have indices that we keep up with daily or weekly or monthly, but George and the two chiefs do. And then if there's special projects, JL can discuss those. And pretty much Joanne, when it comes to budget time, she's the one that uses all the oxygen in the room. I mean, she's the one that's telling us everything that's going on, you know. So I can forward these reports to y'all monthly and weekly. And if you still want them to report and summarize what's going on in the last little while, I don't have a problem with it. So if you want the information just to answer your constituents, it's fine. But if you want them to come in and give us an update at each meeting, we can do that too. It's up to y'all, go to the council.
I think what the situation is that people approaches, I don't know about him, but they do approach and say, hey, did you know that, for example, that you're getting a new subway? You'd be like, whoa, oh yeah, okay. And they could tell you more about what you're getting.